Creative resource and intellectual capital have become trending and rather expensive products in the modern labor market. Creative industries use them as raw materials. They prompt new cultural values and create unique goods and services with a perfect blend of creativity and modern technologies. In Kazakhstan, the percentage of the working population engaged in this industry is not too high yet, but according to experts, it has great potential.
Сейчас на самом деле идет только время именно.
At the moment, the focus is on data collection and research. We're trying to understand the demand, needs, and development levels of different creative industry sectors in the capital and in Kazakhstan overall.
Индустрии развиваются вообще в общем в Казахстане, да, поэтому мы сейчас занимаемся больше какими-то исследовательскими проектами, да, и, конечно.
And of course, we pay attention to ideas and support different projects. A creative community already exists in Astana, but we are trying to create a special community which will influence the growth of those very creative projects in the future.
И окажет вот влияние на рост тех самых креативных проектов.
Advertising, music, film, media, publishing, fashion, visual and graphic arts, software, design and architecture are just some of the many sectors of creative industry. Today, almost every country has certain sectors that are on the higher development level. For example, the USA stands out for its fashion and culture. Germany is a major player in game industry and industrial design. France and Italy dominate the fashion and film industries. China leads in creative industries that include technological components. South Korea is the second most attractive destination for music celebrities due to the K-pop craze. Peru and Turkey are strong in advertising and PR. Kazakhstan also has creative sectors that could potentially be very successful.
Мы видим много различных примеров, как там.
There are many creative industry workers like, for example, Dimash Kudaibergen, who have high income.
Именно представители креативной экономики это являются многие агентства.
I think there are many successful and prosperous examples among the creative industry representatives, such as event companies engaged in organization of cultural events, advertising and PR agencies.
IT-проектов, они тоже относятся к креативной индустрии. И театры, независимые студии, балет.
IT also belongs to creative industry. There are a lot of successful IT projects. Theaters, ballet and dance studios, bloggers, production centers, agencies working with bloggers, show business representatives. These are all part of creative industry.
Креативной индустрии, агентства по работе именно с блогерами.
Completely new forms and styles emerge for the good of society. Sometimes the viewer or consumer does not even understand the essence of a creative industry phenomenon to full extent, but it is the novelty effect that prompts the interest in this phenomenon.
Один из проектов, который мы сейчас
One of the projects that we are currently implementing is an immersive promenade theater. This is an example of how creative industry works, and it can be regarded as one of our successful projects.
Сказать, что это вот один из наших успешных проектов, которые мы сейчас запустили.
It's surely a new, unknown format for Astana. People do not realize what kind of event that is before they actually attend it. But by the end of this journey, they become very impressed. It's an unforgettable experience.
Конечно, эмоции незабываемые, впечатления незабываемые.
Здравствуйте, мои дорогие. Салимет Сездерме. Я заждалась вас. Я слышала ваши голоса, шаги, наблюдала. Я многое знаю про вас. Я Астана. Слушайтесь. Остановись. Оглянись вокруг. Думаю, замедляться — это очень важно. Вы ведь никуда не спешите, правда?
I try to attend all the cultural events in Astana, and I always encourage my friends to express more interest in its cultural life. I really like this beautiful picture with an attractive title and romantic atmosphere. And the girl was so lovely too. So I decided to purchase it as a gift for my friends so that we could go together. When I saw the words promenade and immersive, for some reason I thought that they would just give us headphones and we would walk by ourselves. Well, I wanted something fresh. To my surprise, it appeared to be great. It was a nice experience, very romantic and inspiring. And as a local who was born here, I was very impressed by some of the details. For example, they showed the streetlights shaped as musicians. I had never noticed them before. And I liked the format too, that it was a show delivering a story of two people who couldn't meet each other. But in the end, they do. This filled me with joy. Although it was quite a common romantic scenario, I was thrilled as if I was a part of that story. It's like I was having a conversation with the city. Besides, the opportunity to have a nice long walk doesn't appear every day. It's a rare occasion that you can simply enjoy a sunny Sunday afternoon.
Combination of traditional excursion forms with audio technology, theater, and psychological elements turned out to be organic and innovative.
Да, очень интересный на самом деле формат. Это мы хотели создать, как и любой город, аудио.
Yes, it is indeed a very interesting format. We wanted to create a city tour with an audio guide like in any other city, but it's too cliché and boring.
Просто, и к нам обратились как раз-таки представители креативной индустрии с очень интересной идеей создать именно иммерсивный аудиоспектакль.
Some creative industry representatives approached us with an idea to create an audio performance, which would be immersive.
Экскурсионная, которая содержит в себе познавательную информацию о городе.
It was an interesting idea, a new format, still a city tour with an audio guide, but presented in a completely different, more artistic form, like a work of art.
Произведение, когда ты погружаешься, иммерсивный, это от слова вот погружение, да, когда ты погружаешься полностью.
And immersive component is very important here because it helps the audience engage with the story coming from the headphones more.
Ее какими-то своими действиями, выполняя какие-то определенные задания, ты полностью...
They are no longer listeners or spectators, but participants of the performance. They can experience it more vividly.
Участником самого спектакля.
Even though for me it's still a job, I really enjoyed the show when I experienced it for the first time myself. All these images emerged in my head while I listened to the recording say, "In this house people fight, they make peace." Delicious sound of frying eggs spreads around. I was excited to join this project where we are showing people's lives. I think that these shows are for everyone. It's never a bad idea to refresh your knowledge, to revisit the familiar streets and recall some nice moments from your life if you're a lifelong city resident. As for guests and newcomers, it's great to explore the city. The audience always votes with money. The demand for the new format of promenade theater is not too high yet, but audience's interest is already quite steady.
У нас еще не было спектаклей по воскресеньям.
We always have people attending Sunday performances. The number varies from 3 to 17 people in a group, and you can never guess whether the group will be big or not, but there are always people who are interested.
Им это интересно. Когда нам раздали наушники, включили первый раз запись, это просто был восторг.
When we put on the headphones and heard the story for the first time, it was extraordinary. We were overwhelmed with positive emotions because nothing like that ever happened in Astana. It's innovative and unique.
Если раньше культуру поддерживали...
Creative industry was always subsidized by the state, But now we can proclaim that art and culture representatives can earn money by their own efforts and create projects that can be very profitable from an economic standpoint.
Проекты, которые могут быть даже экономически вполне выгодными.
Modern global trends lead to a conclusion that creative industry is developing and will continue to develop actively due to the increasing importance of each individual's creative skills and intellectual potential. Kazakhstan's creative class is a large number of educated, talented people who are capable of becoming catalysts of the country's development. The share of this rather young and very actively developing sector of the economy in Kazakhstan's gross domestic product is only 1%. The numbers in the employment sphere are not high either. At the same time, the global market volume of creative industries is more than $104 billion and capitalization exceeds $2 trillion. So one of our national objectives is to become an active player in this market. Another area for economic and employment growth is the creative industry, which includes media, cinema, music, design, education, and information technology. In today's world, a genuinely inclusive economy is developed through creative production that harnesses the creative potential and intellectual capital of its citizens. Moreover, the creative economy is increasingly becoming the driving force behind the development of large cities that attract talented and creative individuals. Currently, the centers for the creative industry are concentrated in 3 major cities: Astana, Almaty, and Shymkent. Meanwhile, the regions remain neglected. This needs to change. Talent attraction points, also known as creative industry centers, should be established in every regional center and major city. These centers should also assist participants in the commercialization of their products.
У нас в Казахстане для этого тоже есть на самом деле очень большие перспективы.
I think Kazakhstan has great prospects, and our primary objective is to support people who have been working in the sphere of culture and art for a long time, perceiving themselves as starving artists. We must help them create business models to monetize their creativity.
Создавать какие-то бизнес-модели, да, то есть превращать свое творчество, монетизировать это творчество. Также, конечно же, и я считаю, что благодаря этому
This will prompt some competition, which in turn will result in the improvement of service quality. For example, theaters will become very competitive and treasure each one of their guests, hence the quality will increase.
идут в борьбе, соответственно, повышается уровень работы. Конечно же, важно и нужно.
Of course, development of creative potential among the population is crucial for any city, for the capital, and for the entire country.
Среди населения, потому что мы считаем, что казахстанцы очень талантливые. Когда они будут видеть в этом не просто, да, какое-то хобби, увлечение.
We believe that Kazakh people are very talented. When they perceive it as something more than just a hobby, when they see the financial potential of their creativity, then there will be a huge leap in the development of cultural environment.
Вообще, в общем, в развитии культурной среды общества.